Now, John Boehner versus the Tea Party. Does he think it should just go away at this point? This is what he said yesterday.
This has been the most misreported story of my 2 years as tenure. We don't have a Tea Party caucus to speak of in the House.
Joining me from Salt Lake City, Senator Mike Lee, a Republican from Utah, who is also a self-described Tea Partier. All right, Senator, you heard the talking points memo. What do you think of this concern now among many on the right that John Boehner, with some of his comments yesterday about compromise and revenues are on the table, and I'm not going to really move to try to roll back Obamacare anymore, maybe parts of it. Is he kind of giving a stiff arm to the Tea Party at this point?
I'm not sure what his intent was, and he's not here to speak for himself, but what I can say is that this party has benefited because of the grassroots conservative political movement that started in 2009. Some have called it the Tea Party. That brought us a Republican victory in 2010 in the House, and it brought us some victories in the Senate, and it has continued to benefit the party in the 2012 election cycle. The fact that we sustained some defeats, in part because we betrayed some of our principles as a party, doesn't mean we should retreat from these conservative principles. It means that we need to embrace them more wholeheartedly.
And the president came out today, Mike, and he said, oh, I'll compromise, but basically taxes are going up on the rich, rates are going to go up, and that's what the people wanted. Meanwhile, our people come out and say, oh, well, revenues are on the table. And I just think the Democrats talk a good game about compromise, but in the end, it's going to be his way or the highway. That's what he sees. And I don't see what Republicans gain by already ceding so much territory right off the bat.
Especially, Laura, when it's territory that belongs in the philosophical realm. The whole idea of this movement is to make us more ideologically consistent in our conservatism, to help us sell this policy, this message that says, look, whether you're a woman, whether you're Hispanic or of some other background, you will benefit as the government gets out of your way. The government is an impediment towards success and prosperity and peace in this country if we allow it to grow out of control. And that's exactly what we've done.
Do you think that Boehner meant anything by those comments? I mean, he's like, I don't know, there's no Tea Party caucus here. I thought Michelle Bachmann was kind of the head of the Tea Party caucus, and I'm pretty sure that Alan West, who I guess that recount is going on down in Florida, he could lose it, might not lose it, but to me, I mean, I know a lot of these people. It seems like there is a kind of strong Tea Party group on Capitol Hill, and it's kind of demoralizing. You know, after 2010, the drubbing that the Democrats had, the Democrats all got together and like, we're going to find a new way to market liberalism. We're going to find a Sandra Fluke, or we're going to go for gay marriage, and we're going to put together these constituencies and roll that right to re-election. And they inspired a lot of people, and it was a brilliant strategy. But they don't move to compromise on their principles, do they, Senator?
No, they don't. And it was an historic takeover that occurred in 2010, and it was made possible by the Tea Party movement. Again, a movement that was just designed to make us focus more on what we really believe as Republicans. I really don't know what John Boehner meant about this Tea Party caucus. It may have been that all he meant was the Tea Party cause is itself the Republican cause. If that's all he meant, then I agree with him wholeheartedly.
But on the Obamacare thing, Senator, I mean, to say that I'm not going to, you know, with Obamacare, he said Obamacare is the law of the land. Well, that technically is true, of course. But nevertheless, there are all sorts of things that you can do, is control of one house of Congress to hurt the implementation of a law that's still wildly unpopular. And that, more importantly, Republicans despise. I mean, they despise Obamacare. And to have the Speaker of the House getting up there and taking the air out of that balloon, I mean, look, I don't know. Maybe some of this is overstated, but I think after the kicking in the teeth we got on Tuesday, we're looking for some hope from John Boehner. And he was good on the tax rate issue today, I should say. He said we're not going to go for tax rate increases, and I think that is the kind of stuff people want to hear.
That's what we need to hear, and we do need to double down on our message. Obamacare is wrong, not because it came from Obama, but because it will hurt the most vulnerable members of our society, and we can't allow that to happen. We as conservatives, we who believe in liberty, we who believe in prosperity and want all Americans to have it, must make this message clear, that government often is the problem, and we've got to get it out of the way.
So, Senator, we shouldn't become a pro-choice party to win women voters? Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
I thought you agreed with the talking points memo. Senator, thanks so much. Great to see you.